this out of the refrigerator. This is my sourdough starter. My secret weapon. It has been fed recently, so it's a little bit more bubbly than it normally would be after sitting for a week in the refrigerator, which is about as long as you want to go not feeding it. Try to feed it weekly. It's not that demanding of a pet. You don't have to take it for walks. You only have to clean up after it if you leave it on the counter and it's too full. It's not too bad. We're going to take this soupy little mess here. This is a little thick and it's a little lumpy because, as I said, it has been fed recently. But we're going to turn this gooey mess into this beautiful sourdough bread. This is one of the best loaves I've done so far. I'm really happy with it. Came out very nicely. And as I make the next loaf, you get to watch. So back to the starter. This is what it looks like sitting in the refrigerator. It's not very attractive. It's a little vinegary in smell. Let's get it fed, because this is not enough to make bread with. What you're going to do is double it. And some people think, well, I only have to put a little bit in there. I don't have to put as much as enough to double it. But you do want to double the volume of the starter, because otherwise the bacteria and the yeast won't be happy. They won't have enough room to grow, and their waste product, which is actually the acetic acid which makes the sour in the sourdough, there will be too much of it and it just isn't happy. And we want it to be happy, because happy sourdough starter makes happy bread. Just going to stir that up. I use a fork. Some people use a whisk. The type of flour is not as important as some of your technique. You do want to use either regular unbleached flour or a high protein flour. The lower protein or cake flours don't work as well, because this is all about the protein. Add the water a little bit at a time, otherwise you're chasing it, trying to get the right consistency, which is about that. Yes, it's lumpy, that's okay. The yeast will take care of that and it will be smooth. You just want to make sure to get all of the dry flour, kind of clean the sides, because up here on the sides is where bacteria will tend to grow that you don't want, mold and things like that. Stir it up a little bit. Rinse your tools quickly, otherwise you'll be using a chisel, because this is also what they used to hang wallpaper with. It's like glue. If you put the lid on tight, you do run the risk of blowing the lid off of whatever container you have, so don't seal it tight in that mason jar or in that glass, because it can explode. Put this back in the fridge, or leave it on the counter just to get things started. If you leave it on the counter, use it within 24 hours at the most. Otherwise, you can put it back in the fridge and keep it for up to a week before you have to feed it again. Now, the next time we try to feed this and double it, it's going to be too much, so you want to pour about half of it off and try to keep about this amount of volume in the container. If you're feeding it to use it, then you want it as full as possible, because we're going to need 18 ounces of this to do 2 loaves of bread. Okay, so when we come back after this has generated and fed on all of this fresh flour and water that we've put in here, we'll make some dough.